Here's the video review for Transformers Activators Optimus Prime. Now in robot mode, he's very cool. He's got ball jointed shoulders, hinge elbows. His wrists have this little range of motion here. Ball joint hips, ball joint knees, and his feet have a small range of posability unless you lock the wheels in place like I just did there. And his head does turn. Its head's on a ball joint as well. He is an activator, so his transformation, as I mentioned in my lockdown review, I'm doing these from robot to vehicle because the transformation the other way is fairly simple. And to do that, to transform him into a vehicle, you just flip these wheel panels out. So they go all the way back like that. And then just do the same here. Like so. Flip his feet down so these come up against his leg. And then there's little holes in the side of his thighs that this little bit right here pegs into. There you go. And then these panels right here between his feet lock together. And then you want to flip in his fists, much like the Voyager version, and rotate his arms out a little bit like this. Now the instruction sheet just says push here and he's a car, which is not the case. What you actually need to do is grab this, then this whole assembly, just kind of keep pushing. You actually want to just kind of grab him by the gray piece on his back and pull this all the way down. And his arms are supposed to just kind of fold in like that, but you're really going to have to help massage them. Fold the arms in and tab them in, lock them in like this until this gray piece locks up on top of it. And then you can snap the gray piece, the siren piece, down on top of his cab. Sometimes it doesn't want to lock in all the way. You can see it's kind of sitting at an angle. But I have gotten it to lock in flat, so I know it's just a matter of making sure everything lines up right. And then keep the wheels pegged in. The cab has some degree of rotation, how you want it angled, but that pretty much is vehicle mode, which is it's not the greatest. It's definitely the weakest vehicle mode of all the animated primes, all 5 of them that we've gotten so far. It's not quite bad to the point that I would call it ass on wheels, but it definitely suffers from being this tiny. It's a lot like the THS-02 and the Classics 2-pack Deluxe Prime, and that it's got a really, really nice robot mode, but his alt mode is kind of crappy. And again, being an activator, to transform him, you just pull down on this thing, and it pops up his whole torso like that. And then it's just a matter of flipping everything back around and in, back around and in, lock into place, straightening out his arms, and there you have it. I mentioned in the lockdown review, as of right now, Prime is the tallest of the first 6 activators. He's a little taller than Starscream with his horns. I mean, and that's going to the top of his head here at his antenna. And he's just a smidge taller than Lockdown as well, with his antenna. But like I said, he's 50-50. His robot mode is definitely awesome and a very accurate representation of him on the show, more or less. I mean, again, with some little bits for being an activator, but a very nice version of Optimus Prime. The vehicle mode, not so much. There you have it, Activators Optimus Prime.